Thank you for tuning in to Monday Night Raw, folks. As you see, we are underway with a crazy hardcore match to determine a hardcore champion. As we see James Casey take on Drew McIntyre. And this has been quite the Haas fight, as you see. Definitely not lacking any weapons in that ring. James Casey coming straight from the Community Creations. We saw him before when he was in that number one contendership match, series of gauntlet matches to determine who would face Colonel Angus, but since then he's been tearing it up on the indies. I plopped him right into this hardcore championship match. Of course, last time we saw Drew McIntyre, he was in the Gauntlet of Glory. One of 8Ball's pick to win it all. Oh, what the hell? James Casey going for old school, but that table's in the way. Oh! Now he's going for a body slam, but Drew McIntyre counters it with a Claymore kick. Absolutely astonishing. Now James Casey busted wide open. This is absolutely unbelievable. What a sight. It's Drew McIntyre. Spears James Casey busting that table in half. Holy hell. What a series of matches we've seen in this 2K universe. Of course, last night at Vengeance, 8Ball defeating Colonel Angus in a winner-takes-all match to become the new Enter Colonel Angus champion and retaining his World Heavyweight Championship as Drew McIntyre with a beautiful power slam, not only breaking a table propped up in the corner, but that just absolutely flattening that trash can as the Irish whips James Casey into the ladder. And folks, stay tuned after this match. Whoever becomes victorious after the match, we will see and hear from 8Ball and hear his thoughts about last night's match at Vengeance as Drew McIntyre with a nice body slam to James Casey, somehow avoiding any debris. James Casey somehow fighting back. This time Irish whipping Drew McIntyre into that ladder. Shit! James Casey tossing those steel steps, sandwiching the face of Drew McIntyre. James Casey going for his clothesline from hell, but he tripped. He tripped on a chair in the ring there, but that steel step shot was enough to disorient Drew McIntyre for a long, long time. As Casey rearranging that mess in the ring. Now he's got a trash can lid cracking the skull of Drew McIntyre. I don't know how Drew McIntyre's not busted open after this hellacious match. James Casey. This is a man that Colonel Angus, I think, would have had a field day with back in that gauntlet match to determine the number one contender. Of course, James Casey, a modern day cowboy, versus Colonel Angus, the old school cowboy. That would have been one for the record books, but maybe in another parallel universe. It's James Casey. Oh my God! The inverted, it's like a falcon arrow. Now James Casey, Irish whipping Drew McIntyre into the corner. And, shit. James Casey lawn darting Drew McIntyre through that door. That door propped up in the corner. James Casey hooks the leg. 1, 2. Oh my God. Somehow Drew McIntyre kicks out. James Casey can't believe it. But you better believe it. James Casey now with a pop-up powerbomb. Will Drew McIntyre kick out? 2, 3, no. There you have it, folks. James Casey, the winner of the Hardcore Championship. Bringing it back. Look at that. Gorgeous throwback. Well, congratulations, James Casey. And as I said, stay tuned, folks, as we will hear from 8 Ball. Thank you and good night, everybody. Eight Ball, congratulations on doing what you needed to do, taking down Colonel Angus. I know it couldn't have been easy, both physically and mentally, but, well, come to know, you always get the job done. Thank you, Bryce. That was indeed the hardest fight of my entire life. It pained me every blow that I had to deliver to the Colonel, but it was for the cause. It was so strange because it felt like I was fighting the Colonel, but not really. What do you mean by that, champ? I don't know. He acted like the Colonel and all, but he was so much stronger than I remembered. You think Colonel's on the gas again? I don't know. Definitely doesn't look like it. That's why I just think this whole thing is bizarre. And I have a feeling we don't even know the half of it, 8 Ball. Like, who the fuck was that guy that came down to help Colonel and spit poison in your face? No idea. I've never seen that man in my life. Does Asuka or Kairi have a husband, maybe? Those two broads did tag team me for sympathy after losing the War Games last year. Maybe a retaliation job? Not that I know of. I did notice that he was wearing something on his shirt that I swore I've seen before. Yeah, what the fuck? I've seen that before too. Wait a second. I think Colonel had that same emblem on his shirt last night. I've seen crowd signs with that symbol before, but I didn't think anything of it. But clearly it means something. We will need to dig much deeper to find any abnormalities. Sounds good to me, champ. I will do the best I can to find anything else. You do that, Bryce. Look as close as you possibly can, down to every minute detail. I don't even care if it's down to the shoes he wears, the brand of nail polish, the necklaces he wears, the way his luscious hair... 8 Ball, that's it! What, the Colonel's luscious locks? Look, Bryce, I know I'm bald, but you don't have to rub it in my face. No, 8 Ball, not the hair! Look, I noticed after Colonel turned on you, he started wearing this necklace. One that I've never seen before, but looks very dark and ominous. Dark and ominous, you say? Let's see. Oh my fucking god. It cannot be. How did I miss this? 8 Ball, what is it? Bryce, you have discovered something out of this world. That necklace is no ordinary necklace. What you see around the Colonel's neck there is the Angus family pendant. Okay. Colonel is wearing his family's pendant? No big deal. No big deal! Colonel and I buried that son of a bitch back in the 1800s. We swore that we would never dig it back up. Okay, so then Colonel just dug it up and used it against you for the mind games, or what? No, there is no way. Not only was Colonel so high and drunk that night because he didn't want to remember where we buried it, but despite all the bad things Colonel has done in his life, he has never and would never go that low as to find it. This pendant has specific powers, Bryce. I don't think you understand. We are no longer dealing with Colonel Angus anymore. We are dealing with Cornell Agnes.